We can talk about the other two DC shows they announced. One of them is a Joker anime.
Really?
Yeah.
What is it gonna be like the Harley Quinn show? That kind of vibe?
No, that's a cartoon.
No.
That's an animated cartoon show.
Oh, you said anime, yeah.
Yeah. There's already the Suicide Squad Isekai, which is actually a really good anime. You should watch it. But now he's gonna also the Joker's in it.
Mhm.
But now he's gonna have his own anime.
So is that gonna be a spin-off of that one?
I have no idea. They just announced it. Look it up so we can talk about it. Just look up DC new animated shows announced.
Oh, we can live react to that.
Yeah, because there's three of them. First and foremost, though, we should talk about Absolute Batman, and I'm going to talk about how I predicted it.
All right. Yeah, you did. Like almost like a day or two before.
Dude, it's on my bingo card.
Oh, was it?
Yeah,
I thought you were talking about it like the day before, like it was announced though.
I
Like,
was.
to
I
me.
was also doing that.
That was pretty funny. You were literally like saying that would be a great thing to do.
When I was talking to you about it the day before, I was talking like a live action movie.
No, I know.
My prediction for my bingo card though was for an animated movie. I just put movie, but I genuinely didn't think they'd make a TV show out of it. Otherwise, I would have said TV show.
Yeah, a TV show's a great idea though for it.
Yeah.
They're gonna Game of Thrones it. They're gonna get to a point where the show is gonna be in line with what's going on in the comics.
Speaking of Game of Thrones, I think it would also be great if Jendy Tartakovsky made it.
Who's that?
The guy who did Samurai Jack and Primal, and he's making a Game of Thrones spinoff.
Yeah, he did the Clone Wars, the original Clone Wars.
Yes, wouldn't that be a sick Absolute Batman style?
Yeah, that would be pretty awesome.
It'd be different. Like the comics get pretty insane looking, but I think his art style will do it justice.
All right, let's see. You thought? All right, here we go. Joker, Laugh Riot, Crypto, and then Absolute Batman. I guess I did kind of hear about all these except for the Joker one.
The Crypto one, it's probably just gonna be a kid show, but it would be so good if it's like a Fox adult family show.
Like the original show, but like a more adult.
What's the original show?
You know, they had like a Fox show in the early 2000s with
Called Crypto?
the Superdog. Yeah,
I don't remember that.
great.
Maybe
That
it's a
show was
reboot.
Awesome. It was on it was on WB, not Fox. WB was
Yeah,
amazing.
that's just a regular kid show. I'm talking like it'd be funny if it was like a little bit adult oriented.
Yeah, well, all the people that watch that show are probably grown up at this point, so like, you know, they
True.
could make like a adult version.
Hell yeah.
All right, let's watch this and live react. Oh, I thought this was the actual video of the announcement.
It was only announced. There's no like special trailer or anything.
Oh, there's no
Just those title card images and an announcement.
Well, that sucks.
Yeah, but we can still talk about it. Just look up an article that details what the shows are going to be, and we'll just read that and talk.
All right. Oh, here we go. Here's the whole slew of them on Reddit. So here we go.
Wow.
Yeah. Upcoming DC animated shows. We have number 1, Absolute Batman. Then we have the DC Studios Starfire.
Let's stop and talk about Batman real quick.
All right. Yeah.
So when it comes to like, you know, foresight, psychic readings and stuff like that, you know, like the way the government would like test this and record it, I think that my prediction for the Absolute Batman movie falls within an acceptable prediction rate. Like I think the numbers are close enough where it's like, damn, I probably have like a 35% psychic abilities right now.
That was definitely like a
This
synchronicity.
is more what I wanted. Yeah, this is even better than what I predicted.
Yeah.
It's perfect. And I think we were already talking about it, but I think Jenny Tartakovsky would have a good time making this.
Yeah.
He's also got a full plate. He's making the Game of Thrones spinoff for Sea Snake. He's making a Conan cartoon now for Cartoon Network, I heard.
That's cool. That's
So
perfect.
he's got a full plate. Yeah, he's got a full ass plate, but
Did
he
he
should
do
definitely
Primal?
make this. Yeah.
Shit.
Wouldn't that be perfect for Absolute Batman?
Yeah, that would be pretty awesome.
All right, talk about another one and take over while I hit this.
All right, so I guess I'm taking over for Starfire. This is my time to shine. Is Starfire. So I didn't hear anything about this, but I like the Teen Titans TV show, and I guess Starfire would make a great show. I think in a way it would make a great show. Really, if you think about it, like it would be probably a good like kind of like a Harley Quinn light, I guess. I like that show a lot, so
I think it'd be good because it's like I like the version of Starfire from the original Teen Titans cartoon.
That's
And
what I'm talking about. Yeah.
if they just play into her being like just getting used to Earth, like it's just an alien show. It's a show about an alien getting used to
Yeah.
Earth, but she's
Fish
also like a
out of water.
superhero. Yeah,
Yeah, that would be
starfish.
cool. Starfish.
But yeah, I think
Oh
she's just a
shit.
goofy, lovable character if you do it right. You can also have some cool badass moments, but I'm guessing they're gonna do goofy and lovable.
Yeah. I think so. I think they're probably gonna do like a mixture of like, especially that Teen Titans show, the cartoon,
You know what
and
they
then
could do if they really wanted everybody to hate the show?
what?
And no offense to the person I'm gonna bring up, but some of you listening probably already know the name I'm gonna say. But they should definitely get Mindy Kaling on board with this. I don't hate
Like
her. I
Scooby
don't hate what
Doo.
she does. Yeah, I don't hate what she does. But if they wanted everybody to hate it, they should definitely announce that she's like the main person behind this show.
Yeah, I don't think she would even do a bad job, honestly.
No, it'd be
That
funny.
yeah, it would be
I will say
definitely yeah.
the Velma show is funny.
Yeah, I only watched the
Velma
first
show is
season.
funny.
I remember I think I told you this at the time and I forgot if I think this is how it was, but I think I liked everything up until like the last episode.
Yeah, isn't there like a season two? I never watched the season two.
I didn't I have no idea. Maybe.
So you
There
didn't like
could be a
the
season two.
last episode of season one?
Yeah,
I
exactly.
don't even remember it.
I thought I forget. I thought wasn't Freddy like didn't he go to jail or something? I don't know.
Yeah,
See, I
something
don't
like
even remember. That's yeah. It's weird.
it is weird. Velma is a weird show. I almost feel like they didn't do enough to separate it from Scooby Doo.
Yeah.
I think they should have done more. But the fact that Scooby's not in it, I guess, is like they thought that was enough. It
Yeah.
wasn't.
No, they had to do way more.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was another one I wanted to mention too, in these along these. But yeah, Starfire is gonna be great. I don't know, probably.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Crypto the super. Oh, this is what I wanted to say because we're recording this like officially when reviews for Supergirl have dropped.
Oh yeah, dude. I saw this
Oh
shit coming.
shit. You did. You very much did. And I'll be honest with you. I'm still excited to see the movie,
Yeah,
but
me
like,
too. I'll probably like it more than people have been like. There's a lot of negative
100%.
reviews. I probably won't disagree with most of it, but I
And
just very much saw this coming. They're like, let's make an even bitchier version of Captain Marvel. Let's make a drunken asshole version of Captain Marvel.
so like people are comparing it a lot to Captain Marvel. That's like the big issue is that they're comparing it a lot to like the Marvels, and that they're not even complaining about Millie Alcock. They're actually saying that she's probably one of the better parts of the whole movie, and
Cool.
that her character is actually like one of the better parts of the movie. They say that the writing is actually the worst part
Uh-oh.
of the movie. Yes, and they say that the villain is more forgettable. This is a quote that I heard from some random like geek on the internet, but he said that the movie villain, whatever the fuck his name was, Kriz or whatever the fuck, he was a Kreese. I don't know, like some shit like that. The Riz Master, whatever his name was, he was more forgettable than the Marvel's villain Dar Ben,
I don't even. Yeah, I don't
which
know who
is
that is.
yeah,
I never saw
it's
the Marvels.
considered one of the most forgettable villains. It was. I'll be honest with you. Like, I think I rewatched the Marvels a couple times, and the first time I didn't like it, and then the second time I watched it a little more, and I thought it was a little more entertaining. But the thing that I don't like about it
Yeah.
is, well, the thing that I actually didn't like a lot about it, and this was my main issue, is randomly in the middle of the movie they fucking throw a musical part where they go to a musical planet, and that's just like that's
Yeah.
just the whole planet is a musical, and it's just like it
Yeah.
takes me so much out of the movie, and it's like I
I
actually
feel like
liked
I
it.
wouldn't hate that. I feel like that's fine. Like I don't.
It's just
See, I
it
think
was
we're just different
just
people, and like you just don't like
maybe
that creative decision. I feel
I
like
don't
I
like
respect
musicals
the
too.
creative decision.
I
I
but
like a couple of musicals.
I like some musicals. The producers is good. I mean, I don't know if
Sweeney
you know
Todd,
Sweeney Todd is pretty good. I don't know.
Nightmare Before Christmas,
Yeah,
most Disney
I
movies.
yeah, I guess Shrek. Yeah, Shrek too.
Shrek does not count. Does it count? Does that
it's a
count?
musical now. Yeah. Oh, Evil Dead the musical. That's another one.
There you go.
Yeah, that's a
Let's
good one.
stop talking about musicals.
Yeah, I
let's,
agree. Um,
let's get
but
back on track.
yeah, no, I heard that Supergirl suffers from almost the same problems. Is that like it feels really forgettable. I heard Millie Alcock does a really good job in that the script is what sucks, and it's actually kind of sad because like James Gunn didn't write the script,
Yeah.
but he is the one who signed off on it, and he said that he like
He probably kept seeing the designs and the style. Like, it seems like they were going for a James Gunn type of movie.
well yeah, and if you apparently it's like really colorful and like a James Gunn movie in that aspect,
Yeah.
but at sometimes there are like that's only certain scenes. Apparently, there's some scenes that are pretty like dreary and like and crazy. But I guess like Krypton is supposed to be like really like colorful and pretty when you see it for like 5 minutes.
Hmm.
Yeah, I guess there's a lot of issues though. I guess one of them is kind of a spoiler, and it's so I guess skip 2 minutes ahead if you don't want to be spoiled by the Supergirl movie. It's basically for the whole movie she's trying to like tell the other character, this girl that she's like rescued or something like that, or she's helping, who like the main villain slaughtered her entire family. She's trying to like basically not like to prevent her from like getting like revenge or something like that. I guess most people have
Hmm.
issues with that, but it's I don't understand entirely why. I don't know. I guess maybe it's because she like herself. Like I think spoiler. I think she ends up killing the guy, but I'm not sure. I don't know. I didn't watch the movie, so I'm going through fourth party. I'm a fourth party instead of a third party. But I don't know. Seems like a lot of people had issues though with them. But anyways, I guess we can talk about crypto next.
Wait,
Speaking
wait.
of Supergirl, we should
Have
talk
you
about
have
crypto
you
and Supergirl.
have you spoiled yourself for that movie?
Yeah.
So you know all the cameos and things that happen?
I don't remember the cameos. Why? Did you spoil yourself?
No,
Oh,
but I want to
no.
ask:
Yeah.
does Mongol show up?
Oh, I don't think so. I don't think so. I,
That should have been the villain of the movie.
I think so the villain of the movie is this like Kreese or whatever the fuck his name is, and then I guess like not really, like he's kind of like more of an antagonist than a
Yeah,
villain,
Lobo.
is like Lobo. Yeah. He
Yeah.
like kind of just like he apparently he's the most memorable part of the movie, which I that who we could have guessed that. That tracks. And apparently, like the line between Jason Momoa and Lobo blurs so incredibly that like he becomes him. Like it's very good, which it makes sense that he would do a great Lobo. The dude is Lobo, pretty much. That's his favorite comic book character too. So I'm happy for him in that sense. But I
Dude,
hope he gets his.
When you look up Supergirl villains, whoever you named as the main villain of the movie is not one of them.
It's like Reese or something like that, or Kreese or something like that. Girl movie villain. Krem is his name. Yeah, it's Krem. So he's the guy. He's a space pirate who tries to Epstein like women or something like that.
What?
Yeah, so this is what I got out of it is that so when I watched the breakdown of it, this is actually funny that we're talking about this in this way. But apparently he's like a pirate that like goes around and kills families and then abducts their daughters and tries to like impregnate them or something like that, or that's what he's trying to do in the movie. And that's why he killed like the mom and the dad, and why the girl wanted like revenge on the mom and the dad. And I guess his whole like his culture is like a warrior culture too. So like they only he was trying to breed to like make males or something like that. It's a weird story. Apparently, it's a really fucking weird story.
So I'm reading about how apparently Krem in the comics looks nothing like how he does in the movie. They
Yeah,
like
no, he
changed
doesn't.
up his vibe a lot.
Yeah, he's different. He looks like
You
a
should have just
normal
had
dude.
Mongol.
Yeah.
Like, why not? Because you have these, you think it's like Supergirl, and you got Lobo, and you're like, you should already assume Supergirl's crazy strong, right? So every
Hmm.
character that you introduce has to be compared to her. So when she meets Lobo, where you got to be impressed that he's strong, but have it be very clear that they're like almost equals. Even though obviously I think Supergirl would be stronger. I don't know if that is obvious. Maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like that's what you should go for, right? The
Hmm.
villain, the actual villain of the movie, has to be a big threat to both of them. Is Krem a threat to either one of them?
Uh, I don't know. So it's funny because there was actually a rumor back in January how says villains of Supergirl are sex trafficking losers. It turned out to be a pretty good rumor. Sorry, what was the question again? I lost my train of thought.
I'm just kind of stuck on how I think Mongol should have been the villain of this movie.
Oh yeah, Mongol. Yeah, no, I agree. I think Mongol would be good, or Mongal.
See, that's the thing is, I think what they could have done is introduce that character. Just call her Mongol.
I guess so.
Like, who
Yeah.
cares? And if anyone's mad, like, what? That's not Mongol. It's like you know who that is. But in this universe, this person is going by Mongol.
All right. So I did find our Supergirl spoiler review, which is pretty good actually. The good Millie acting, the short Krypton scenes. Crypto is a delight. The good is Millie's acting, the short Krypton scenes, and Crypto is a delight. And Kara saves a lot of people in this. Too long didn't read of the bad. Supergirl is massively nerfed, often powerless for most of the story. That's what you hated. I think you kind of hated that about Superman too, didn't you?
They're always doing that. With Supergirl, it makes sense because she's going off world. Who knows what kind of world she's going to end up on? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I like the idea that, like, obviously, Red Sun,
I was gonna
that's a
say the Red
weakness.
Sun comes up a lot. I heard.
Red makes sense. Red Sun comes up, but like also, there's other things that can incapacitate a Kryptonian. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That's what makes great Superman stories. Like
it's good that they
for
brought
the
the
man
Red
who
Sun
for the
though,
man who
because
has
they.
everything,
Yeah.
it's a fucking plant alien thing that just completely takes him out.
Well, I like though at the same time the Red Sun thing because I feel like that hasn't been done enough in the movies. It's always kryptonite.
I agree. I
You know what I
agree.
mean? So
I
like
agree.
that to me is like, at least they went with something different. And I like
I
that.
think it's like this. Like nobody DC's Earth hasn't been advanced enough. Like it's always the heroes and the villains that are super advanced. But like the government, like the world of
Set back a little bit.
it's not even set back. It's just like it's our actual modern times, so we don't. It's not believable. Red solar radiation captivity chambers is a little bit too crazy.
Yeah, I
But
guess
if
so.
if you're on a different planet in a spaceship, then it's not at all.
Are you saying that like with sarcasm, or are you
No, no,
saying
no, no. I
that
mean that.
in
That's what I'm saying.
like
That like you can't really. Maybe we haven't seen it because the world of the DC universe as it's been has just been like super basic, and it's
oh
just
yeah,
these
just set on
crazy,
Earth.
hyper advanced alien beings that just keep popping up.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess. I feel like this I don't know. This movie is I was really hoping for a lot with it because of the fact that it was going to be like set on like in outer space. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That was like part of like the thing
I'm
because
just so
I'm
sick of James Gunn's outer space, and I know it's not his movie, but they seemingly kind of just made it like it was.
I guess so. But at the same time, a lot of this doesn't sound James Gunn because like they say the movie looks colorless. Like James Gunn doesn't make that like kind. I mean, Slither was visceral. I would say maybe kind of colorless, but like it was
Is it like
pretty good.
how the Green Lantern movie is full of color, but truly it's actually colorless?
No, no. I would say it's more like how real life can be colorless.
Yeah,
Slither came out like at a time when like Daredevil and like the Thomas Jane Punisher movie and all that shit like kind of came out. So
yeah.
it like has that kind of vibe, that like realistic gritty kind of vibe. But I don't know. I guess that makes sense for it. Super, I guess, too, is a little colorless. But I would say Guardians of the Galaxy's not. Suicide Squad's not. You know?
Yeah.
Says most plot points are removed or changed for, in my opinion, that's not my opinion, this is this guy's opinion, lesser scenes. Lobo overshadows her most of the fights. Sadly, 2 out of 5. A disservice to the character and a poor adaptation of a great comic.
If I could be wrong. Please correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't Supergirl kind of a little bit crazier than Superman?
Yeah, well, she's definitely more unstable.
She's kind of mentally unstable, maybe even more
Yeah,
dangerous. Like she should just be going crazy the whole
yeah.
time, ripping shit up,
Maybe she kind of
and then
does.
asking herself, like, "Damn, would my cousin have just destroyed that whole spaceship?
Well,
Would he have found
in
a
the
different way?"
in the
I don't know.
commercial they made it seem like she knows that she doesn't question the difference between her and her cousin. Like in the commercial, at least they say like, oh, my cousin sees the what is it, the something in people, but I see, or sees the justice in people or some shit, and then I see the truth or something like that, you know.
Yeah, I didn't like that.
But that kind of nails it a little bit. That kind of nails like the, she's definitely different from him, but she still has like
She's
ideals.
not. I know she has some dark days, but like, I'm pretty sure she's still a pretty positive person.
Maybe she dies in the comics, doesn't she? Maybe
Yeah,
that's where they're going with it. She's gonna like
maybe.
martyr
I mean,
herself.
if they kill her off, that'd be insane. Because you can bring her back, obviously. So it'd just be nuts if they killed her off.
Yeah, I would say James Gunn's not opposed to it though. Let's see. The worst change is Ruthie's mom gets killed. Krem is not a bow wielding hunter, but a power armor brigand with high, if not super strength. The story
Yeah, they
takes
just kind of
place.
changed her.
What is it?
They
Yeah,
just changed her. They just made a new
yeah,
character out of her. Which is
but
like,
yeah,
why did
and
you do that then?
at the same time, I don't really have a big problem with that. I don't know, but
I
maybe
hope
I'm.
it's not that like some asshole in like DC or in some asshole in fucking Warner Brothers or whatever's in charge now is like, no, you can't use Mongol. No,
Mm-mm.
you can't use this other character. You can't use like who's that three-eyed alien? What's his
I
name?
love how much you're so set on Mongol. I feel like Mongol would be a good character for a sequel for Supergirl. Honestly,
Yeah, they definitely should.
they
But
do 100.
who's
percent
that three-eyed alien?
I don't know.
He's like a big threat. He's a badass.
I don't know. I mean, I know Brainiac is a big Supergirl villain, but they're gonna do that in the sequel to Superman, Man of Tomorrow.
That's the whole thing is like when you think about who they're gonna pick as a villain for Supergirl, you have to consider who do they plan on using for Superman, or at the very least want to reserve the right to use for Superman over Supergirl.
Yeah.
So it's like every time you think about like why wasn't this character in this movie, then you have to think that's because maybe they want to use it from Superman. And they don't want to
Mm,
waste the introduction on Supergirl, but they
exactly.
obviously didn't mind you doing that to Lobo.
But I think that's also because Lobo kind of like it kind of fits a Supergirl, like the Supergirl that they were going for. It kind of fits that vibe a little bit, like a little more rock and roll than Superman.
It, in terms of TV, it's a backdoor pilot.
Oh yeah, it 100% is, and it's exactly what I think James Gunn even pitched to Jason Lobo. Like, hey, you're gonna do this Supergirl movie, but
Jason
you're just gonna be
Lobo,
around.
his new name.
Is that what I said?
Yeah.
Jason Momoa. I think he's. Oh yeah, that is his new name. We'll just roll with it.
Jason
He
Lobo.
said to Jason Lobo that he had to fucking do Supergirl, and then he would have his own shit later on. Maybe even he would be a producer on a Lobo movie or TV show, kind of like what Marvel's doing with John Bernthal and the one shot that he did or whatever.
Yeah.
One shot, the fucking special presentation, whatever it's called. I
What's
miss
another
Marvel
good
doing
villain
one
for
shots. Who's
Supergirl?
another good? I have no idea. We could look up Supergirl villains right
I
now.
already did.
Who do we got?
So Mongal definitely never came up, but I think Mongal would be perfect.
I'm
Um,
surprised. Isn't
I know, I know.
Mongol a big Superman villain?
Wait, Mongal did appear in DC. Oh my, this is why. All right, so this is why Mongol and Mongal are not. going to be the villains of that movie is because they made a complete joke out of her. In
Oh, in the Suicide Squad.
yes,
Yeah, I forgot about that. That is still technically
she's
canon in a
isn't
way.
she dead?
Yeah, technically. Yeah, I guess so. All right. Well, that makes sense. So we figured that one out. We're really figuring things out here on the podcast. We're figuring out why they didn't use Mongal.
Dude, do you know what would have been sick?
What would have been sick?
Mongol shows up, starts threatening to destroy Earth because they kill. Wait, who is Mongal to Mongol? First of all,
I thought that they were like I don't think they were brother and sister. I thought they were like, a thing. But maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
who is Mongal? Oh, it's the daughter of Mongol.
Well, that would make sense if he popped up.
So Mongol shows up threatening to destroy Earth because he blames humans for the death of Mongal.
Hmm.
At the very least, he's like looking for her, and like Earth knows that she's dead, and like Carr is intervening because he's only on the way there. Like he's not at Earth yet. He's just talking about it. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna go down there. I'm gonna fucking kill all of you guys until I find my daughter.
See, that would have actually been a great setup. Is that like Mongol comes down, yeah, looking for his daughter, and then Supergirl has to like take him on. And Lobo, maybe he sent Lobo as a scout or some shit, since Lobo's a mercenary.
You know what else would be cool? Once he finds out that his daughter's dead, like for sure, because he's been like going at it with Supergirl the whole movie. He tells her like, I'm gonna kill your family now," and he starts hunting down Superman.
I don't know. I in this hypothetical movie, I want Superman to be in it as little as possible.
Well, I was thinking it'd be cool if like he actually gets the drop on Superman, or at least like he's trying to, and she has to stop him from destroying Metropolis before he gets there.
Yeah, that could work. I don't know. I see. Like I said, though, I like the outer space element of it, but I don't know. I just think they could have done a different villain too. But at the same time, like I'm looking at all the villains for Supergirl. The only one that I recognize is Titania so far. Oh, Enchantress, Dark Dark Side, Lex Luthor. It's basically it's a lot of it's Superman villains. But who's Livewire? I've never heard of her. Could have been better. What else do they say? As mentioned, Supergirl is nerfed for most of the movie. Like in the comic, she starts drunk on a red sun planet. Then she gets to a yellow sun. She gets poisoned, and then she is taken to the green sun planet where the brigands are. And then she gets hit with the kryptonite and is saved by a Lobo from a fight she frees herself from in the comic. Why? I don't want to make assumptions, but take a heroic moment where grieving her friend, she frees herself to make it so Lobo saves her is such an anti-female narrative. I mean, I guess so. That is, I thought that it was going to be more so like they were going to fight or something. I didn't know it was going to be Lobo saving her. But I guess if they do fight and then Lobo saves her, I guess that would make sense, but who knows?
I wanted Supergirl and Lobo to save Superman while he's like not paying
That would be
attention.
great. That would be great. This one actually kind of sucks. Kara is almost never in costume, not even under her coat. See, I thought that's what they were gonna do is like the coat one.
She's never in costume.
Yeah, not even under her coat. It says such a great look to be used in barely the last leg of the movie. The moment she leaves the green sun and then appears with the suit is accompanied by a triumphant song just before she gets hit with the kryptonite. And by this point, she recovered from so many nerfs that we basically are just waiting for the one more to be over. Oh, and it all comes from Krem, not from a coordinated effort by the brigands, making them seem much less like a team. The bus scene changes the space dragon and the red kryptonite for generic space raiders, and again, short fight scene with lazy looking CGI through space, which is only the space footage we get. Well, that kind of sucks. Again, contributing to the story, feeling like it took much less time than the comics makes it seem. Supergirl and Ruthie go through two planets, Bilquis and Evely. Unfortunately, this is all we see referencing her work. None of her big panels are present, and the colors she and Matthias used are muted if at all present. I went into this without seeing any of the trailers, but I truly didn't expect the climactic scenes to be so bland in their colors. Beiges, grays, and black backgrounds abound. There is so little blood. Remember the covers for Woman of Tomorrow #8? This movie is almost fully bloodless even after she gets pierced. Nothing comes to the panels in the comics. Oh, but the kids. See, I don't think this movie is great for kids because the brigands are changed from wanton violence lovers to girl kidnappers who make it clear it is for the continuation of their race. Krem even kills one of their parents. Yeah, the brigands are made into a race instead of a multi-stellar gang. That hits me wrong, but can't decide why. Lobo is not a love interest, thank God. I was so worried, but he is a non-character. Basically just there to coincidentally save Kara in two separate instances. What he does do is steal the spotlight in both fight scenes, and he participates while Kara is puking poison or resisting kryptonite. In doing so, he steals the CGI budget. His scenes look so much better one could believe he is the main character. Jason Momoa, while still great, is kind of becoming a rock-like actor where he's always playing a macho. His lines and acting could easily be confused with his character in Minecraft or Aquaman. I think it fits with Lobo, though. I want to throw that out there as my personal 2 cents. I think that entirely fits with the character of Lobo, and that's what it needed. It just needed Jason Lobo to do his thing. But that's, for me, like my entire life, I've liked Lobo a lot as a character. He's one of my favorite DC characters since I was younger, and since I got into DC, really. And I think he's super cool. But I think Jason Momoa just his energy matches the Lobo character so much. And that's just like ever since I saw that he was even Aquaman, I was like in my head, I'm like, no, he should have been Lobo.
Yeah, yeah,
You know?
definitely.
Yeah. But
Who else would have been a good Lobo? The Rock?
no. I don't
No.
think The Rock. No,
Who
you know what's
else?
funny is The Rock would have been a great younger Black Adam when he was younger, but he aged out of it,
Danny
which kind of
Trejo.
sucks. Danny Trejo as
I
Lobo.
feel like Lobo's based on Danny Trejo. Lobo's a it's a Spanish name.
Yeah, maybe that would be pretty awesome, honestly, if he was based on Danny Trejo, because Danny Trejo is like kind of an old school actor a little bit. Because he was in the '90s. We should look that up.
Dude,
Who's
Danny
Lobo
Trejo
based
would
on?
have been a fantastic Lobo.
Lobo, DC Comics' foul-mouthed, cigar-chomping interstellar bounty hunter, was intentionally created as a satire of grim, hyper-violent '90s comic book anti-heroes. His creators based him heavily on Marvel Comics' Wolverine and Punisher. Well, that makes total sense. Like, literally. You know, Zach De La Rocha in the '90s could have made a pretty good Lobo.
Is that the guy from Rage Against the Machine?
Yeah, this guy.
You think so?
Yeah, totally. He would have been a perfect Lobo.
No, let's drop Supergirl.
Yeah, all
Let's
right,
drop it.
all right.
We're talking about crypto. What are some crypto villains?
Well, I just want to say though, it is interesting that it is like a Jeffrey Epstein type like villain. That's like what he's doing is he's like kidnapping people, like
You think
murdering their
people
parents.
saw that and they were like, "Oh no, he's doing it again. He's
Oh no.
targeting. He's hunting again,
Oh God. I don't know.
just like Superman."
Yeah. All right. Let's talk crypto, like you said. Um. All right. Anyways, uh, crypto. That sounds pretty. That sounds promising. I guess I like the letters, and that to me says a lot about like a TV show and shit. Is like the lettering. Like I don't like the letters for my adventures with Green Lantern. I guess that tells me a lot about it. Maybe I would like it, but I have watched my adventures with Superman just slightly, and it's all right. That's a decent Toonami show. But I will say it's not a favorite. I don't go out of
Wait,
my way to
hold
watch
on.
it.
That's My Adventures with Green Lantern. Isn't that the show? Isn't it the Superman show? Are they making like a Green
Well, that's what
Lantern
I'm
show in
saying.
the same
That's what it
universe?
seems like. That's what it seems like.
Oh, that's actually
Is,
kind of cool because that show's cool.
I was gonna say, is he in that show, Green Lantern?
I've only seen like the first half of the first season.
Oh, I haven't even seen that. I literally like watched like one episode like recently. It was like the one with
That's
like
more like an anime. That's anime inspired.
yeah, well that makes sense. It's on Toonami. I get it. That's like Toonami is like it's all right, you know. Toonami feels like nostalgic for me too. You know, even though I'm not an anime fan, every time I hear the Toonami guy's voice, I'm just like, oh
Wait,
shit,
it's on Toonami?
yeah,
Toonami exists right now?
yeah, Toonami still exists. I just had Toonami on the other day.
I think things are better than we realize. Things are going to turn around.
I don't know about that.
I
Toonami's
remember
been
I've
on.
said that about something else recently, but I think things are looking up, dude. We're swinging
Toonami's
the other
been
way.
on though, dude. Toonami's been around. Just because we haven't watched TV doesn't mean it hasn't existed. I mean, it did stop for like a while, but that was like 10 years ago. I thought. I don't know. Um. All right. So yeah, crypto might be zany, might be fun. We didn't really talk about it, but that we're gonna skip to Mr. Miracle because that sounds awesome. A Mr. Miracle show sounds great. Like that's pretty cool. I'm excited for that. Like out of everything in this list, what do you think? You probably absolute Batman, obviously, but Mr. Miracle, that sounds pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm just not the biggest Tom King fan.
I guess, but it's I don't know. See, it seems like an interesting idea for like for a character though. You know what I mean? Like for a
No,
cartoon.
it's an award-winning comic that they're adapting, and the guy who made the comic is like the showrunner. He's like the head writer. Like,
Oh,
Tom
I
Tom
didn't know
King
that.
is an industry plant
Tom
for
King is
sure.
an industry plant.
He's a CIA agent,
Is he?
something like that. Hold on, let me look that up.
That would be good to tell the viewers
Yeah,
too.
I just don't like. Honestly, I really just don't like Tom King stories. Usually, I feel like he thinks he's saying a whole lot, but really he's just having his characters do a whole little,
Mhm.
not much.
Yes, Tom King, acclaimed comic book writer known for DC's Batman and Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow, was a former CIA officer. Before his writing career took off, he spent 7 years as a counterterrorism operations officer in the Middle East. What? That's crazy. While his background is highly unique for a comic creator, it has also sparked complex discourse among readers. Some praise his realistic, nuanced approach to trauma and systemic injustice, while others strongly criticize him based on his intelligence work during the Iraq and Afghanistan wars. Wow,
I just
that's
feel like a lot of
wild.
the messages he's sending are pretty fucking weirdly twisted, but he's like trying to explain it in a way that just seems like it's the truth or the fact.
Like what? So
Just
he
a lot
did
of things that he has
Supergirl.
his characters do. Huh?
He did Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow. Also,
I didn't know that.
that's wild. In 2018, he received the Eisner Award for his work on Batman and Mr. Miracle, sharing in the award with Marjorie Liu. In January 2023, King was announced to be a member of DC Studios' writers' room for its DC Universe media franchise of films and television. You know that dude got the tap on the shoulder from the CIA and were like, "Hey, we want you to like go in there and like help a little bit with the studios." That's funny. In this franchise, King's Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow miniseries is set to be adapted into the film Supergirl, while King co created the HBO series Lanterns. Whoa, that's fascinating.
Of fucking course he did. That show looks terrible.
Yeah, I'm not too excited for the Lantern show. I'm not a huge Green Lantern guy, though. That being said, I don't know. I think Green Lantern should be a thing that I love.
I try to like Green Lantern, but
Me too.
there's not enough that makes me like him. Like I do like him. I just don't like enough of the content for him.
I think it's fucked up that the stories that I tend to like in Green Lanterns, like Mythos, are like all the fucked up ones, and I know that like people hate that love his character, but like I for some reason, maybe it's just me, I love like when he becomes like a supervillain and just like destroys like a whole continent or whatever, becomes Parallax. He studied both philosophy and history at Columbia University. King interned both at DC Comics and Marvel Comics, where he was an assistant to X Men writer Chris Claremont before joining the CIA. That's wild. King spent 7 years as a counterterrorism operations officer for the CIA before quitting to write his debut novel, A Once Crowded Sky, after the birth of his first child. Huh. In 2014, King was chosen to co-write Grayson for DC Comics.
Tom King wrote my least favorite DC storyline,
Which one was that one?
Heroes in Crisis.
Don't people not like that one too in general?
So I'm always on and off with comics, and just I was very unlucky enough to be very into DC Comics at the time that that came out, and I was actually very excited for it because I heard a lot of good things about him, and I probably read a lot of his Batman stories without even realizing it, and just didn't mind it because I was just like going through the whole Batman storyline.
Mm-hmm.
But man, that story is really annoying, and then at the end, like really fucking annoying.
Well, all right. So what was his the one that they're adapting right now though? The
Mr.
Mr.
Miracle,
Miracle.
he's won an award for that one for sure.
Sure, for his Batman, Mr. Miracle. All right. So uh let's see. Mr. Miracle. They don't even have a what do you call it for it yet? A trailer. I that kind of sucks that there's no like trailers or nothing.
Yeah, they're probably dumping so much money into this show. They're probably like, I'm not even joking. The fact that they're like, the fact that it's the fucking Tom King behind this, the fact that it's taking so long to come out, and it's like the one animated project, so one project that's like not, it's not fluid. Like he'll push Batman, Brave and the Bold. He doesn't care when he's gonna make Batman, but they're definitely gonna make this Mister Miracle show. Has to come out, which I don't blame him. Again, it's an insane storyline. I read the first issue, and it is good. I liked it. So I think Mister Miracle could be a good show. All I'm saying is Tom King, definitely an industry plant who's
Yeah.
seeding CIA thought patterns into us.
So yeah, I guess one thing that's pretty. I guess what they're gonna do with this is gonna be the DCU. This is gonna be like Creature Commandos. So it says
Maybe
King also. Well, no, that's what it says. King also says that all the actors from the animated series will play their live action versions.
he said that. Why
Yeah,
does he have say in that?
like he's the showrunner.
But like he has say that like the live act. What does he mean the live action versions? What live action is he talking about?
Well, he's just saying in the future when there are live action versions,
Yeah,
the
so
actors
that's
that
and I'm
voice
saying
the
that
ones.
like yeah, why does he have say in that? He's making the animated show.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, I'm what because it's set in the DCU.
Yeah,
That's
but
what
like
it's saying. So like what he's basically stating is I guess he's being redundant because he's saying the live action actors are going to play themselves because it's set in the DCU and then
so
vice versa.
did James Gunn or did anybody approve of these people that he hired for his show? Or did he just make his show and he's just saying like, yeah, now that this is in the DCU, you guys are gonna see these guys in live action too. Same
I don't
actors and
know.
everything.
I don't know. I because animation takes a while. So if this is like that far along, then that would make sense if that was the idea. If they just like made a show and then eventually we're just like, oh yeah, well James Gunn,
I think this Mr.
we're just
Miracle
gonna
show might
integrate
really
this.
blow up, dude. I think it might become really popular.
Mm.
I think they're gonna have I think it's gonna have a higher budget than Invincible. And I think it's gonna be a more consistent, fluid animation, and people are going to immediately start talking about that. I think they're going to put a lot of effort into making this be a real fucking shiny, smooth show.
Mm.
Even though the comic's pretty like simple and not really gritty, but not very clean.
Yeah, I mean, I think it'll be all right. I guess that's that's I guess all I could say about it because like I don't really have a huge frame of reference for like some of these. Like some of them I'm like in my head I'm just like okay, they sound good.
Yeah,
And like Mr. Miracle because of like all of the like the shit with it. I think it's going to be all right. You know?
I'm a big fan of Mr. Miracle. I like his character. I like him.
I think
I
he's a
hope
cool
this goes really
character.
good. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Next is Joker Laugh Riot.
So what's the deal with this thing?
I don't know. Does this have a trailer yet or no? It was just announced.
Just announced with a title card.
All right.
I wish
First
we could have
ever.
talked more about why Heroes in Crisis is so bad.
I mean, we can if you want.
You should look into it.
All right. Joker Laugh Riot is the first ever anime series produced by DCU Studios and Warner Brothers Animation. The first ever anime? That's not entirely right. Whatever.
Please say that again.
I don't know. I hate how AI is in Google now. It's awful. There's the saying it was the first ever anime series produced by DC Studios and Warner Brothers Animation. That's not true, right?
Well, there is the Suicide Squad isekai, but there's a good chance that maybe technically those weren't produced by Warner Brothers. It could have just
Oh,
been licensed to like an anime company.
that makes sense. All right. Announced in 2026, the adult animated series follows the clown prince of crime on a ruthless crusade to hunt down Batman's killer, forcing the Joker to confront a reality without his greatest adversary. That sounds really good, actually. The anime is developed in collaboration with Japan Sola Entertainment. Key details and creative team members include. That just sends a link. In the premise, when Batman is murdered, the Joker launches a violent, bloody quest through Gotham's underworld. His quest for revenge pushes him closer to becoming a vigilante than a villain, leaving him to grapple with the existential crisis of who he really is without Batman. That's cool. The official premiere date has yet to be announced. Yeah, that sounds like a good show.
All right. Well,
All
that's
right,
that.
yeah. I mean, yeah, it does sound good. It's. Did you say it was in the same universe as that other one, the Suicide
No,
Squad one?
no,
All
I
right.
didn't
Well,
say
still,
that.
that still sounds good though. The upcoming animated series DC Superpowers, that's the next one. It follows young heroes including Lightning, Flash, Plastic Man, Aquagirl, Green Lantern, and Terra training at the Alliance School for Heroes. Under the supervision of Principal Martian Manhunter, the students work to level up their abilities in hopes of graduating to become Earth's next defenders.
What is that?
That's the next one, DC Superpowers.
That's got to be a kid show.
Yeah, that's most definitely a kid's show. All right, My Adventures with Green Lantern, an upcoming animated series based on the character of the same name. It is a spin-off of the series My Adventures with Superman and the second show in the DC Adventureverse.
The Adventureverse.
The Adventureverse. Season
Wow.
1. My Adventures with Green Lantern will follow high school student Jessica Cruz, who has her life upended when a Green Lantern power ring falls from the sky and chooses Cruz to be its champion. Things get
It's a
even
Jessica
worse.
Cruz show.
Yes. Things get
Cool.
even worse. That is cool. When more debris from the Lantern's ancient space war arrives, along with their alien foes, to protect Earth, Jess will have to overcome her fears, anxieties, and your typical teenage drama to lead a new Lantern Corps.
That's why I liked Jessica Cruz. I like her a lot. I also like I forgot his name, but the other human Green Lantern they introduced around the same time.
Who else? Who
Christ.
else was it?
He wore a mask.
He wore a mask. I only know like 3 Green Lanterns, I think.
You definitely know more than three.
Oh, well, all right. Yeah, I meant human Green Lanterns.
Name them.
Hal Jordan, John Stewart, Guy Gardner.
You don't know the fourth one?
Um,
Think.
Sinestro's not human.
Kyle Rayner.
Kyle. Yes, Kyle Rayner. Yes, yes, yes. I forgot about him. Isn't he in the DC animated show too? The Justice League Unlimited show?
No. Is
No,
he?
that was John. That was John Stewart. Actually, what am I
Yeah,
saying?
John Stewart for sure.
Jesus, man, the fuck am I saying?
Dude, what
I'm
the fuck are you
hallucinating
saying?
all of a sudden. The fuck am I saying? The fuck I'm talking about? All right. Green Lantern, My Adventures, Jessica Cruz. That's gonna be good. You say Jessica Cruz is good, and I believe you. All right. And last but not least, I think we know what we can expect from the last one, but let's look up the
Dude, who's this other Green
thing
Lantern?
anyways.
He had a mask and he used a gun. It was crazy.
Oh, wasn't he like an old school Green Lantern?
No.
No. Who was the Green Lantern? What was the earliest Green Lantern? Was it Hal Jordan?
Hal Jordan's the first one, and
That was
then after
ever,
him, huh?
ever like even like back to like the
Oh no, yeah,
50s.
we forgot fucking what's his
That's what I
face?
mean. That was one. That's the one that
He's the
I had on
first
my
one.
mind, but I forgot. He's like a
Alan
rando
Scott?
from. Yeah, I think so. I think
Is it
that's his
Alan
name.
Scott?
I think that is it. I think that's it. Such a random name.
Yeah, Alan Scott.
So that's another one. I know he existed, but I forgot his name.
He's cool as fuck.
Yeah, yeah. I think he's probably in the DC universe. They had that mantle with all the old heroes, and they posted it online with all of them like that are actually in the DCU. That was in the Justice Hall, so that's pretty cool. Bunch of random old ones. All right, season 2 of Creature Commandos is slated to premiere on Max in 2027, arriving shortly after the theatrical release of Man of Tomorrow. Production is well underway with the scripts nearly finished and the animatics currently in progress. Cool. The plot, it's confirmed. Season 2, the first episode is to be titled Starry Nights, and the series will continue to explore the complicated domestic dynamic between Frankenstein and the bride.
Nice.
And additionally, the showrunner, yep. Additionally, Dean Lorey, the showrunner and executive producer, James Gunn, have confirmed the story is deeply intertwined with the rest of the DC universe, taking place after the events of Peacemaker Season 2. I felt like he said that about the first one, but I did not feel like it was at all, you know?
Yeah.
I didn't. I liked it, but I didn't feel like it was like the bang of like the first official confirmed DCU, thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. Could have been better. I think we even talked about this at the time, right? Didn't you? You weren't that like crazy about it, and I probably liked it more. But now I'm like looking back, and I'm just like, it was whatever. But could have been better.
I liked a lot of it, but it definitely could have been better.
Yeah.
But that's okay. I just thought it was weird that like I feel like the storyline of Creature Commandos is just the same Suicide Squad story over and over again.
Yeah. It's like a Suicide Squad
Like even in
2.5.
the
Yeah.
comics, which is I get you're adapting that, but it's still it's just kind of like it's just weird.
Yeah,
I just it's just truly the same tropes over and over.
I mean that's what they were trying to do though, and that's what they hired James Gunn to do that, I guess, in the first place. You know what I mean? Because they
Yeah, that's
hired
fair.
him to, you know what I mean?
Oh, that's
To
fair.
Guardians of the Galaxy,
Sure.
but I don't know. I agree with you though. I think it's I don't know. I think it's gonna be good, but I hope it's better than the first season. But I liked everything with GI Robot, and I don't know if we've ever talked about this,
GI
but
Robot was cool.
yes, GI Robot was cool, but there was talk. I don't know if there still is, but there was talk when James Gunn first took over and Creature Commando season 1 came out that they were going to do a what the hell is that guy's name? The one who was in the flashback of GI Robot. Was it Sergeant Rock? That they were going to do a Sergeant Rock movie and that they were going to have like either Daniel Craig star in it or something like that.
I think I heard about that. Yeah,
That would be pretty cool, I think. I
that
think
would
that
be
would be
awesome.
like that would be like a dope DCU. Yeah. Yeah. I agree. The GI Robot's awesome. Yeah. You reminded us how much we all hate Nazis. I don't think anybody had to remind us, but I definitely think it was easy to relate to his the way he GI Robot felt. His programming. Oh man, that was so funny, and him letting loose was great. But I don't know. I think some of these are gonna be great. I think some of them are gonna be all right, and I don't know what kind of faith I have in the other ones, but I definitely see the Joker and the Batman being fantastic, and I guess Mister Miracle is probably going to be great too, just based on you know what they're putting into it, or like where like where it comes from. Not Tom King, I'm saying, but like the original story being like an award winner and shit.
Yeah.
Starfire, it looks spunky, like I wanna see it. So I'm gonna say that that's gonna be pretty good. I don't know, but everything should be all right. I think the thing on here that I have no idea how it's gonna be. I mean, besides superpowers, but that's like we said, that's probably gonna be a kid show. But crypto, who knows what the fuck that's gonna be? We just know it's gonna be about the dog, but like, who knows beyond that?